Thank you for joining us on the sweet language of life. This is episode 4. Hey everyone, welcome to the second series of videos. I have with me one of my MBA classmates. Hi Akshay, thank you for joining us.
I,
Right.
it's my pleasure.
I mean, this conversation right now is certainly something very different from what we might have had during our MBA days. We would have been very, focused on, how would we get a job and all sorts of conversations at that point of time. How do we speak in front of so many people, so on and so forth. But certainly, with COVID, and then of course we've got some of our own issues in our own personal lives, which has propelled us to think, right? And think in a very different way. Um, we can talk about the lessons we've learned from those issues that have come about, right? So the SAR or the
Star.
SAR तो summary हो जाता है. The I would say the introduction to this whole conversation is what we used to think about life, what kind of situation we are now, or if we don't want to describe what kind of situation we are now, what sort of lessons are we learning from it, and what do we think is going to happen in the future, and what are these lessons that we want to talk to the world about, right? So do you want to go ahead and start, let's talk about what our perception of life was in the past, right?
Very interesting. So life in the past, I it's been 2 years we completed MBA, and so I thought ki acha bhi now MBA is done, and now it's my time to arrive. Everything is, now is the time I'll arrive, and now is the time. So I've been holding myself for so many years. Now I'll just unleash it.
Right.
And contrary to what I thought, ऐसा तो बिल्कुल भी कुछ नहीं हुआ.
Right.
And it was depressing. मतलब, just out of your MBA life and you get into your job, so it's quite a flip. But that is okay. But what so MBA was more of, I mean, I don't know about other schools, but Ishan and the college we share, I mean, it was more of, thoughts and ideas, and we'll do this, we'll do that. And everything was so calm and everything was that. But now cut to reality, and you see, you cannot control anything. You cannot even control yourself. I mean, rest being colleagues and your job, तुम अपने आप को भी control नहीं कर पा रहे हो. And you are just helpless and so angry at yourself at times. And worst part about a human being is, अगर तुम किसी और पे गुस्सा हो ना, it's still okay. You just went out and just relax. But if you're angry at yourself, that is the worst situation to be in. And I always thought that I am so very sorted and calm, and that's what feedback I had got in college. Yeah, ये तो बहुत sorted है, ये तो बहुत calm, chill रहता है. But by God, when you're angry at yourself, you only know कि भाई, this is eating you. Your cells are being eaten with this anger and rage. So then questions arises, भाई क्यों है, किस लिए है, दोस्त नहीं रह गए, या कॉलेज छूट गया, या you're not happy with your job. So these are the subtle layers of it. मतलब अगर if you see, मतलब ये ऊपर की तरह होती है कि अच्छा मेरी जॉब पसंद नहीं है, अच्छा जॉब पसंद की मिल गई, अब क्या करूं, यार दोस्त चले गए, अच्छा दोस्त चले गए तो अब क्या करूं, अच्छा शायद गर्लफ्रेंड चली गई तो अब मैं क्या करूं. So these are the first layers of your contentment on you, and which is okay, which is fine. बट मेरा प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मैं बहुत ज्यादा भाई सोचता हूँ, और मैं तो मतलब एकदम उसके अंदर घुस जाता हूँ कि नहीं ये चीज है तो है क्यों, मतलब आई वांट द रूट कॉज ऑफ इट. एंड probably I think this is the wrong part of me. I want to eliminate the root cause. मतलब मेरे को 26 साल 27 साल की उम्र में बुद्ध बनना है, उस रूट कॉज का. So all my life, in now coming to life, I have been trying to find out the root cause and then probably eliminate it. You know, कि अगर मुझे दुख हो रहा है यार, if I am, why I'm being emotional, I do not want independency. And I've tried this, and I have cut my lot of friends down graduation के. I thought कि नहीं यार, मैं तो मतलब मैं I'm fine with myself. But at this stage, I don't know आगे क्या होगा, but I realize कि you know there is no cutting of root causes. You only
Right.
cultivate them to, or you transform them to something else. You just harness your energy to something else, something more beautiful or something more creative which you like. But if you are emotional, you are emotional. If you
Right.
are ambitious per se, you are ambitious per se. And if you are stupid, you are stupid.
Right.
You can't just eliminate the root cause, and that is what makes us human, I think.
Right. So,
So,
so what you're saying is, at the core of who you are, you find something which you are not feeling comfortable with, and you
mhm,
feel that is something that needs to be changed, but then you've realized you really don't want to change it, or if you change it, there's going to be something which won't go in your favor, or you have
right,
not been able to change it at all. Just to
right,
speak about, the perspective of how I used to view life, and you know just relating to what you said. For me, life was, and I was talking to Malvika yesterday about the same thing, that life for me was, hey, I have done my schooling, I've done my graduation, I've done my MBA, I've got a good job, I'm going to get married with someone, and I'm going to have kids, they're going to have kids, and that's the end of my life, right? Pretty monotonous. That's what society has cooked up for us. Society has told us, yeah, this is the guidebook to life. You start from here, you end up there, right? And that's how you should proceed with your life. um, Nowadays I really have started questioning it. So the innate animalistic qualities within human beings are there, and then we
right.
have certain other personality traits that are there, right, which would define, okay, this is Akshay, this is Ishan, right? Till these days, up to a month, I would say, hey, I did my MBA from this place, so this is who I am. Certainly if you ask a guy who's done his MBA from Harvard, he's going to say, hey, I'm an Harvard grad, right? Because that is the identity he's chosen for himself, right? But
Mm,
that's not the identity he has when he goes to work. That's not the identity he has when he is with his wife. That's not the identity he has when he's with his parents. So what is the identity, right? We tell ourselves we've got these personality traits.
mhm.
Yeah, we might be emotional, right? There are people who don't have emotions, and there are people who might have a lot of emotions. I certainly count in those people who have a lot of emotions, who went south in a very bad way, right? And those are things we might be able to control, might not be able to control. I don't know. But yes, I don't know who I am to the core of who I am, right? And
But when you say I do not know who I am to the core of who I am, what are you looking for in I am?
I don't know. I mean, it's either all of
I mean,
these
when
are
I
us,
say,
right? It's either that all of these aspects, right? What I am in front of my parents, what I am at work, what I am in school,
mm,
what I am in college, all of these are me.
right,
But at certain points of time, a certain me takes charge over the other me's,
mm,
right? A certain personality trait is going to take charge. Let's say you're at
mm,
work, right, and you have to be a leader, right, to some extent. So that leadership quality is going to come out, and it's going to overshadow the other personalities that were there. Let's say the emotional side which you would have shown to your parents or to your girlfriend, right? So that distinction is there, but I still don't know who I am. Am I all of these? Am I something in depth?
mhm,
Am I
mhm.
really this body that I see in front of me? Because a lot of people still have issues with even accepting who they are bodily, right? They'll apply makeup, not going against every woman who applies makeup, but someone has to look, they would say, I need to look good, right? But is that who you are, right? So I don't know who I am right now. I don't know what I am, who I am, what I need to be, who I need to be. I don't have any clear cut answer to that. I can say certainly I'm talking to you over a video conference call right now in my room, but I don't know what I will be in the next moment.
यार ये तो मतलब this is a very deeper realm of reality you're trying to look, to be very honest. Not that that is bad. I mean, questioning who really I am and what is my true essence is. But I mean, I don't know your views of it, but I mean, any experience you have had, any experience which is, has left impressions on you.
Right.
Any experience. It could be spiritual, it could be an emotional, and it could be anything. Can you really describe it in words? I mean,
we try to make the most of it. We try to be the.
You can make a most of it,
Right.
but you cannot really comprehend it. You cannot really visualize. It's you. It's so personal and it's so overwhelming. You cannot even बता भी नहीं सकते यार, मतलब किसी को नहीं बता सकते. The question of who really I am and what am I, and as you said, okay, these are the extensions of what I have gathered. Today I am doing a corporate job. I have done my MBA. And so these are the extensions we gather whole zindagi karte hain. And not that that is wrong, but to really we are. And I mean, I have read books, and enlightened people, if I may say so. वो लिखेंगे we who we are. So their idea of our a human being is we. मतलब they think हम वो लोग, उनका idea is कि we all are same in essence. Our spirits are same, our souls are same. हम सब में वो एक तत्व है. We all are same deep down, right? So certain authors will say we are all same. Repeatedly they will say we. On the contrary, if you read and Bhagavad Gita, and so there is no we, there is no I. It's they start saying it's me. Khatam. He is from. Nothing is you. So do not get under the impression this is right. Now, if you read about you read Osho, if you have read, or if you read Sigmund Freud, the modern psychologist, right? So he's so very technically defining id, ego, and superego, and unconscious. And so he says, figure out truth तो बहुत आसानी से कह देता है कि जो तुम्हें समझ नहीं आ रहा वो तुम्हारा unconscious है, बाकी सब id और ego है. अब unconscious क्या है, मतलब what, how do I delve into unconscious? How do I know who I am and what is unconscious? How can I be conscious of the unconscious, right? I think that is what we're trying to get into, who really I am, and why do I have certain urges, or why do I feel the urge to do something very more often than others. Or I think, I mean, this is a very raging question, and I have tried to get answers through this, first through reading, and when it failed, I just used to talk to people, and not educated people per se, because talking to an educated guy or a literate guy, they will throw 5-6 slangs and 5-3 authors to you, and they will give their version of intellectual gyan to you. So I used to talk to very humble people, रिक्शा वाला और ऐसे साथ में रिक्शा वाला बैठा हुआ है, उससे बात कर रहे हैं, चाय पी रहे हैं, कोई अपना भिखारी मतलब बैठा हुआ है, ऐसे बात कर रहे हैं. So so what I understood, I mean, from their answers, and certain answers are very simple. For example, I just asked this. I think was in 2015. अब एक father था. He was sitting down the road of मंदिर, हनुमान मंदिर था एक. मैं cigarette पीता था. And he was very sad. Why are you sad? और वो क्या हो गया? ऐसे क्या परेशानी हो गई? So he said he said मैंने भगवान पे बहुत भरोसा किया है, ये है वो है, nothing is happening. So I said let's let go. I just said let go. ये तो फिल्मों में ये शाहरुख खान तो ये सिखाता है let go. So he said अरे यार ऐसे let go कैसे करोगे? तो मैंने to at that point my intellect was not so strong. मेरे को लग रहा था ये तो इसको कुछ नहीं पता. He is 45 years old, बड़ा हो गया है, इसको कुछ नहीं पता. He doesn't know anything about spirituality. He cannot even let go. So he said, no, it's not that easy. And he made a word, grahast ashram में सबसे difficult ashram of yoga. You can run away from things and that is easy. But, to just detach yourself from things you have owned and you've taken care of, it's very difficult. I said, no, you're giving crap, because I was reading Osho and I was reading a lot of things that like, नहीं यार, बहुत easy होता है. And cut to 2019, when I had to let go. I was like, तो बहुत tough है. So you read certain things and when you're reading a lot of things and when you're contemplating especially on a lot of things, the mind creates a mirage or certain mirage for a certain time. Why and why, what is this? But I think true answer to this question, who really I am, is through experience. It cannot really be taught, or it cannot really be given in a verse. Even आप गीता भी पढ़ लो, it's of no use. It is experience that makes you who you are, and it is experience that. So I think through experiences, I'm guessing अभी तक तो मेरा
Right.
platform हो गया है. बाकी you never know how it goes.
Thank you for watching The Sweet Language of Life.